Get down. The fuck did I just say? Alright. So, because this felt like it would be good YouTube content, as some of you may remember, a couple years ago, I purchased a violin for $12 at a yard sale. And then, while I was trying to tune it, I broke a string and had to go to urgent care to get a tetanus shot because I had no idea where this violin had been from, and it went like into my finger, man. Just kind of for the sake of content generation, because I haven't put any out, and since Yamaha has still not released the Sonogenic, I figure if I make a video about things I'm doing while I wait for them to release the Sonogenic, it will trigger the universe into having them release it before I can finish this video. In the same way that the only way to find something that you've truly lost is to buy a replacement, at which point you'll have two of them. What are you eating? Don't eat foam! Don't eat fun foam! It's not fun when it's in your tum-tum! You're an idiot! You're so dumb! You're so bad! Why are you so bad at this? Why are you so bad? I know. You're stuck on me because you can't put your claws in at the right time. Huh? Yes. Yes, there you go. Anyway, this violin came with two bows, which I think is funny because I looked it up and like one bow is like $70. Student violin bow. That says blow. Bow. That says bew. That says bupua. Wow. Top 5 violin bows for beginner. New violinist. These appear to be $19.99. But anyway, I have two of them. And what I can tell, let me smoosh this one down. What I can tell from just looking at them is that this one is probably the better bow. Because it hooks back more. When you look at it like this, it's a straight line, mostly. And this one doesn't have as sharp of a curve. And you do this, it looks like... And this slidey thing, I don't think that's supposed to slide. And this leather bit also slides. So I don't think they're supposed to do that. So this is the one that I use, because if I'm gonna wreck a violin bow, I don't want to wreck the one that has potential use. And I know enough about this to know that, like, there shouldn't be, like, the hairs should do that, like, they should flop. But I don't know how loose is too loose. So I just put this in the case, but then I'm always worried that this little flippy thing here is gonna, like, rip out the bow hair. This one also, when I tighten it up all the way, that's the other way. I tighten it up enough so that it's not droopy. There's these hairs that just hang down on the ends. I think I'm supposed to cut those off, but I don't want to, because I'm afraid that if I cut them off, things are gonna, get, like, not right. Okay, but so that's not the interesting part. So then, this is the violin. It, you can't see it because I buffed it out pretty well with my Dremel and a polishing wheel, but it does still say Emily on the front, because the girl who owned it before me, who I think was about 9 or 10, scratched her name into the front, and it's got this good-sized pockmark on it. But the really interesting thing about it, and you can probably, if you know about violins, you can probably see this, the pegs are backwards. Oh dear, stabbed myself in the butt. All the pictures of violins that I've seen do that. So I looked inside the F hole, and I looked up the number, which is, it's a Cecilio violin called the 320L. And so I did my Googling on that, and that is a left-handed violin, which explains why down here there's a mark where the chin rest has moved. It has the little fine tuners down here, which are nice because I'm useless at tuning with these, especially this one, which slides down all the time. So the sound post is set up where it would be on a left-handed violin. So it's like on this side of the body instead of that side. And then the bridge is in backwards. Where it says the brand name, it says the brand name pointing that way. So this is probably not like an ideal beginner's violin, because I'm willing to bet it's going to teach me a lot of wrong things. But, you know what? It's got purfling. I have a sponge rubber banded to the bottom, which I've seen, like, in children's thingies. But it does let me, like, get like that. I've been looking for people like that and watching how they hold the violin, and I think this is about right. But so I've been trying to, like, teach myself where the notes are, just on my own. So here's where I am as, like, a baseline. How do you not get tired? Is that what the shoulder rest is for? Is to, like, stop you from having to do this all the time? Do I need to go get a shoulder rest? Do I need a bigger sponge? I feel like I might just need a bigger sponge. And this mute the guy sold to me for like $2 because he was so interested in my story of how the violin sent me to urgent care. Watching YouTube and go... So let's get that mute back on because there are people in this house other than me. And I'm not a selfish asshole. And we're gonna show how... So I've been getting disagreeing responses from my Googling of when you're supposed to stop holding the bow like this, because apparently beginners are supposed to hold the bow like this. The other thing that I found, this was at a thrift store, is Suzuki Violin School Violin Part Volume 1. And, like, I can sight read okay, but I can't really sight read on the violin yet. But it's in every language. And they say, in this picture, that beginners should hold the bow under the frog, which is this... Why is it called a frog? The origin of the term is not known for certain. Okay, cool. Nobody knows why it's called a frog. Cool. But so you're supposed to have your thumb down there, but then everybody who, like, is really playing has their hand like that, but you need your pinky curved. I don't know how to curve my pinky. Thumb makes an oblique angle. There's, like, a picture, but it's in black and white. So I've been doing this, which is probably wrong, but this is me establishing my baseline before I practice on my own with YouTube. So here's where we are. And I know I'm not supposed to let this wiggle, so... Do you use your pinky when you play violin? You don't use your pinky when you play harp. And I've now told you everything I know about the violin. That's my baseline violin skills. Should I take the sponge off? It took me a long time to rubber band the sponge to the violin. So, I mean, I guess the major advantage of this is that if you're watching this, you're going, oh boy, she is trashing that violin. I want to let the record show that Emily trashed it first. If you can get through this video, maybe I'll make a second one that shows everything that YouTube comments taught me about the violin. That'd be fun. This is gonna be fun. So I went online and I said, alright, YouTube, tell me beginner violin lessons. And since we've already established what my level of playability is, I saw this one. It's a 26-minute long video, and it's called Learn to Play the Violin in 1 hour, yes! In 1 whole hour! By the online piano and violin tutor. So we're gonna, grab us some coffee, and we're gonna watch this video, and at the end of it, I'm gonna know how to play the violin. And then I'm gonna play Despacito. So we are 19 seconds in and they've used 12 different fonts. Also, as they're using all these different fonts, there's no violin playing in the background. That's a glockenspiel. So many different fonts. Are you gonna help? Are you gonna learn too?
Yes, you did hear correctly. We're going to teach you all to play the violin in under 1 hour.
You've said that 16 fucking times, Allison.
Video isn't going to be an hour's long, but after you've watched this video and you've been working on it, you should be able to knock up a little tune in less than 1 hour.
What if I don't want to progress? What if I just want to keep learning it fast and cheap and dirty? Is there a whole genre of that?
But what this
video is going to be 4 hours long.
Give you quick and easy, simple, instant results.
The main advantage of violin and keytar over flute is that when you're playing flute, you can't have anything but like water, and if there's no coffee, I'm not sure I can function.
And as a benefit to it, you get to play a cool little tune, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, with...
I don't think anybody in the world has described Twinkle Twinkle Little Star as cool before Allison here did.
Or without bashing, it's up to you. So, moving straight on with it, there are 3 things that you're going to need. You're going to need your violin and your bow.
I got this part. I got this part. I got this part. Okay. There's my violin. There's my bow. Oh, sorry, Keetle. You're okay, Keys. You're okay.
Obviously, well, I'm just counting down as 1.
Okay, this is 1.
You're going to need one of these little don't fret stickers. I've done a video on this. The link's coming up now as to how you need to apply that. So do go and watch that video.
Allison!
If you sort of show you how to do that now.
Allison, it's gonna take me a week to get one of those off the, for shit's sake, Allison. One of the fret stickers, that's gonna take like a week to get off eBay. Maybe more. Why are these stickers $40? Get it Friday, April 12th to Wednesday, April 17th. Allison, which one should I buy? Help me out, Allison. Why is it $6? It's a piece of tape. Okay. This is going to be longer than an hour. So I feel like I might owe Miss Allison an apology, because while I was at work today, cleaning the floor with a mop that smelled of human feces, and I hate to say this, but I know the smell difference between, like, human feces and dog feces, and what the fuck is going on with my white balance. One moment, please. Alright, so you might not be able to, hear me over all this wind. Anyway, I got a text from eBay saying that my sticker that I ordered yesterday had been, quote, left in a secure location. So I'm down by my fence to look for the, quote, secure location that it was left in. I've apparently upset some chickens. Hi, chickens! Now I need to find, quote, secure location. The location is so secure that I don't even know where we're going. Allison, you said I'd learn the violin in an hour. So far, I've spent actively trying. I spent 6 minutes watching your intro, and then I've spent 20 minutes looking for the secure location that Blue Care Express left my sticker in. Like, Congratulations, Blue Care, on shipping it to me in under 24 hours. That's impressive if you shipped it to me. But I currently can't find any indication. It's a real secure area. Like, where is it, Allison? I know that it's not fair to ask you particularly, to ask you personally to find it, but Allison, I bought the sticker because of you. Oh. They shipped it in a Prime envelope? That's okay.
So what did you find?
There's a dead mole. It's right there.
Cool.
Now I don't have to look for the envelope in the secure location when I walk back out.
Secure location was with Doug. It's awesome.
Right.
Highly secure. While we're here. So, here we go. Let's get all set up. I had it all set up yesterday. And then Allison threw a frickin' wrench into it with her sticker thing. So, here we go. To apply, adjust the bridge position. Oh, fuck, I'm not sure I'm ready to adjust the bridge position. Basically, for those of you who are here for Keytars and don't know about violins, so a bunch of years ago, two dudes named Antonio and Jesus. I mean, isn't that what Guinari de Jesu means? Guinari of Jesus. So, a man who they just call Mr. Like Jesus, no pressure there, made the best violins ever. And so tradition is a very important thing in violins because it's how they made good violins. This feels like it's a little bit too far. Ah, shit. Okay. So, now violins follow a really strict series of rules and how you do them because everybody wants to be like Antonio and Jesus. How did I fuck that up? 325 millimeters is... So it was right, and then I fucked it up. There we go. 325 millimeters. Where's my instructions? Here they are. Loosen, but do not remove the strings of the instruments. Okay, then they say just stick the sticker on, basically. So, full disclosure, I actually bought one of these from eBay before, and it was 99 cents, and it shipped free e-packet shipping from China, and it was very difficult to put on, and then once I put it on, I realized that, oh dear, that I'd made a terrible mistake, because the lines on it were black, and my fingerboard is also black. This is so much harder than I thought it would be. It says just stick the sticker on. This is not how I wanted this to go. It's sticking on everything. Allison had a video about how to put this fucking sticker on, but she doesn't actually put it on her violin. I don't think she dealt with the great stresses of this. So I got it on flush with my nuts, and we're gonna grab a smoother. I want to count the amount of time I'm currently on. Does anybody have a timer for how many minutes I've spent learning the violin? Yet? Because I think it's more than what I've been promised. I feel like this has been more than an hour. And we're not even, like, anywhere. This one also at least looks better than the other one. I mean, obviously, you don't really want your violin to look good with this because you want to be encouraged to take it off as soon as you can. Okay, cool. Then we're going to tune it. I'm going to die, for the record. I'm convinced I will die every time I tune it at the pegs. on, bud. See, they stick. I think this violin costs like $120 new. I am assuming that these aren't great pegs. Gonna die. And then my E peg just slides all over the place. Okay. I think my bridge is still too close, because if I was adjusting the intonation on a guitar right now, I would be moving the saddles backwards. So I feel like my bridge is too close. Okay, so we've left our eBay feedback. All's quiet. Let's start.
You don't 100% have to have one of these. If
What?
you've already got dots on your violin, or you can put dots on your
What?
violin.
Are you, Allison, are you telling me that I spent all this effort and $10.16 on this sticker, and then you tell me I don't need it? Allison, why?
Then that's fine, you don't need one of these. So first of all, you all need to know how to hold the bow. Now
How to hold the bow.
close up. Okay, so we hold the bow with our right hand, and what you're going to do between the frog part here and this sort of, you should have some sort of leathery part there on your bow. You need fingers over there, but we want it so that the middle finger is poking.
My hand hurts.
Down, tilting enough. So
Okay.
I'm down.
So I'm actually learning things now.
So as long as there's no tension in the hand, then you pretty should.
Allison, there's so much tension in my hand.
So that's holding the bow. Now.
So much tension.
Okay, or 11, but 10 o'clock's probably quite nice. So if the violin
Do I need
is at
this?
10 o'clock, so you put the violin on the shoulder, in the sort of the neck part there, and then you just pop your chin. So try to keep from the shoulder to the elbow. And all you need to do is just, you've got nobody to help you. I would suggest that you have one of these little don't fret.
I got that sticker. I put so much work into getting this sticker, Allison. I got the sticker for you.
And there's a line across.
I'm bored.
So we're now on the A line.
I'm trying to listen, but I'm so bored.
Pretty simple. This is the
I'm getting my sponge back. But I put it somewhere. I don't know where. Also, everybody's probably freaking out about the fact that I was about to crush the violin there. That was an illusion. I was not about to crush it, but I don't know where that fucking sponge went. Shit, man. Oh, did I put it like somewhere? I did! Found my sponge. There we go. Everything's comfortable now. I'm confused.
So I think that's everything you need to know. If you at least want to play by
I like this sponge. Yeah. So as you can see, we watched the video. And so we've got like, what, 11 o'clock, 12, 11, 10 o'clock, and... Okay, so to give Allison some benefit of the doubt here, we're gonna see if she has any new,
Hey everyone. First of all, thank you so
Oh, you've classed up, honey. Reasons why you should not buy a cheap violin. Uh-oh. Are you self-teaching the violin? This is where you should be in 0 to 24 months. Okay.
6 months, 6 to 9 months, 9 to 12.
I'm gonna disappoint you, Allison.
So if
Anyway, I gotta give her credit. I can play a badass Twinkle Twinkle Little Star now.
I think you should, I think that you should do it. Anyway, so I just wanted to say that before we get started. And also, the other thing is that I have a more detailed PDF of everything that I'm saying to video directly underneath. So I'll go into some detail in terms of exact pieces, this piece of bark, this piece of wax, etc.
Allison's lesson was better than I was going to give her credit for. So this wasn't as interesting as I thought it would be, because I actually got engaged in it and paid attention, which was cool. And I feel like this video was way more successful than it should have been. As much as I, liked Allison, and she definitely helped me learn not to stick my thumb, I totally thought the thumb was supposed to go in this little... What's the divot for if it's not for the thumb? The thumb should just go there. But thumb... So that's my bow hold now. That's better than it was. So yeah, it's all wrapped and bent and shit. And my thumb is really hurting. I have actually pretty bad tendinitis in this hand. I'm going to physical therapy for it. I don't want to go to my physical therapy appointment and be like, hey guys! Yeah! I got this sticker that was really useful. I appreciate Allison for the suggestion of the sticker. I want to say that, so holding the violin was helpful, but a lot of it was the sticker. I don't want to be reliant on the sticker, but, shit. Oh, my hand's wrong. Let's go over what I think is easy. It's easy to put your fingers where the lines are, I say, despite having a difficult time doing it consistently, but I'm having issues with the wrist thing. I'm having issues with the thumb thing. My pinky wants to fall off. My shoulder wants to fall off. This is not my normal thing. I don't normally play instruments that require good posture. And I have trouble with, my bow just wanting to go all over the place. I gotta, tape something to this hand to remind me to behave. So, things I'm not clear on is, so when you go up notes, I know that on guitar you tend to wander your fingers all over the place. So, for example, here we go. When I do... I move my fingers all over the place. Or am I supposed to keep them flat? I've been told that, when you play guitar, you're... and when you play violin, you're supposed to, have your fingers pointing downward, which kind of makes sense, because, here my hand's pointed like this, and if I rotate it, my hand is pointing the same way. Yeah, so... Have I completely lost the plot at this point? Well, yes. Yes, I have. Well, that is at least gonna be a good thumbnail shot. Ugh. Now there's rosin all over my ukulele. Okay, so silliness aside. So, after an hour, I learned how to put a sticker on my violin. And, here's the thing. I keep ragging on the sticker, but, one of the things to note about, the sticker is that if you're a self-taught violinist, and especially if you decided you wanted to play the violin, but you don't have an entire wall of musical instruments that you also already know how to play, the sticker's gonna be the only thing saving you. If you don't have the ear for, what's sharp and what's flat, and what's a half step and what's a whole step, you're gonna need the sticker if you don't have a teacher to call you out on bad intonation. What have we learned? we've learned that I need something to babysit me to stop me from crunching my thumb. Then we do... Nope. I'm like way the heck over there with my bow. I know that's not correct. So we have reached the point in the video that every one of my videos eventually makes where my camera battery dies, and because we are attached to the charger now, we're going to be on the floor. You're currently on one of my guitar amps. I thought that the battery would charge faster than it did, so I just charged it for 20 minutes while practicing to this backing track. I've decided that with the violin, if you can find a backing track, playing with one's probably really going to help, because it makes you be more honest about if you're in tune or not. Because the thing I'm discovering is that tune is much harder on violin than on other things. And so I just played it for 20 minutes, and wrote down questions that I had. I have many. But here's what 20 minutes of playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star does for your skills. So things that I've been wondering is how to hold a violin properly, utc.edu. So, lack of private instruction. Here are some. Thumb should be about an inch from the nut. That's where I like my hands. Slightly bent and touching the neck at the middle joint. Middle joint of the thumb or the middle joint of the neck? Okay. Inch from the neck, touching the thumb at the middle joint. Okay, so that's like there. I've just got random shit all over this floor. This is a worse angle, but it also is a not as bad angle. Cool. Wrist should be straight, not bent inwards. You do not want the base of the thumb or left portion of the palm contacting the neck. Then what keeps it up? Then what keeps it standing? How do? So we're gonna go through this little 2-minute clip of Twinkle Twinkle again. So this right here is the quietest practice mute that I could find, and it is the only reason why I feel confident doing this video. The bow is feeling better to hold that, but I'm still so lost on the left hand. Like, this is the sort of thing where I feel like I probably would do really well if I'd had an instructor to watch me for an hour as I do this. But here we go. Let's keep going. Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, round 51. Okay, so, things I'm slowly realizing, is that when I do this, my hand does this. And when I do this, my hand does this. Like, it's easier to get the good posture when your body is posture, then your hand will posture. To posture is now a verb. Oh dear, guys, Midnight needs more bickies. She's on the bed because I'm on the ground. What I'm seeing is that this is all very highly reliant on all your posture, Which, like, considering that I normally play instruments like this, this is proving to be difficult for me. Gosh darn it, Emily. Why did you leave me with this? How did we get here? Why did I do this? Why did I start this video? Okay, that did not work. Okay, we're making progress. We're not making a ton of progress. But, let's see how Fiddler Man is doing. Fiddler Man had a really interesting video that I watched one time, so we're gonna watch him. It's a 4-minute video. See, he started off with this really charming smile. It's actually charming enough that I'm gonna pull out the screen capture again. See, look at that smile.
Hi and welcome to FiddlerMan.com. This is the site
This is
where I'll
YouTube.
teach you to the complete and total beginner who has never played a piece before. Now,
That's me.
Now, some teachers put lines on a violin. They put little pieces of tape so you can find where to put your finger.
I got little pieces.
I don't do that because
You don't?
I think that anybody, even a small kid, can learn to put their finger in the right place using their ears.
Why did I start with you?
Approximately where to put your finger. The rest you can do automatically. Now, the first
Fiddler
finger
Man?
goes down approximately.
I'm so mad I didn't have to spend $10 on this sticker. So mad. Should have just listened to you, Mr. Fiddler Man.
When I play the A, I can actually have all 3 fingers down.
Okay.
Truth is, I don't even need to lift my first finger. Then I start all over again.
I like you, Fiddler Man.
That's Twinkle Twinkle.
He's got a sponge rubber band in his violin, too!
Sometimes
Who invented the fine tuners? Who came up with that? Because they were smart, but, like, the instrument maker in me understands, like... So, violins are funky because they, like, have never been, like, there's so much focus on trying to build violins like the ones the old masters did. And so, there's not, like, the fine-tuners are considered to be, like, a temporary thing and you eventually get more. So there's not really that many people who, like, will take a tailpiece and shorten it so that, the length, because you can see, like, so if the ball is here instead of here, the fine-tuner sits in the hole where you put the ball end. And if you move it up there, then that changes this, sympathetic vibrating length. And... like, sympathetic vibrations are what make harps sound like harps. Sympathetic vibrations are, you know, they're why pinch harmonics work, all of that. And when you shorten this length by, like, that's at least half an inch there, that changes your whole sound. And, because we make violins the way the old masters made them or something. Obviously, nobody's gonna fix this, despite the fact that it's, like, the biggest... There is no reason why the tuners need to be like this. There are so many options other than pieces of wood shoved in a hole. But you know what? You know, it does its thing. I'll let violins be violins. That's fine. I don't understand it, but I can respect it. See, Fiddler Man says I should take the sticker off, but I just spent $10 on this sticker and a whole half hour looking for it when it got shipped. So, to answer your question, or to answer the question that I asked up there, I can get that good at violin in 3.5 hours.